Friday night, quiz night. Thank you for joining us again. Second episode of the quiz. Questions all based around the WBBL this week. How did you do last week? If you haven't done last week's yet, there's still time to catch up. Let's get going with the 10 questions for this week then. So, question number 1. Shanice Beckford-Norton moved up to second place in the Lions all-time scoring charts with 673 points. The question is, though, who tops that list with 736 points? So who tops that list of the Lions all-time scorer? Tough start. Another Lions question for you this week then. London Lions successfully beat Newcastle Eagles on Saturday night last week to win their 50th consecutive domestic game. The question is, though, what was the point difference between the two teams? So London beat Newcastle to win their 50th game. What was the point difference between the two teams? How close were you watching on Saturday night? Question number 3. Last week we had the top 3 scorers. This time, though, I'm going to give you the top 3 assist makers in the league this year so far. This season so far. I did the same last week. This season so far. So who are the top 3 assist makers in the season so far? Question 4. Who won Eva's Player of the Week this week? So who won Eva's Player of the Week? That's question 4. Question 5. Sheffield Hatters are the subject of this question. And they recently announced a 3-year partnership with which company? So Sheffield Hatters announced a 3-year partnership with which company? So last week there was a question about Tia Freeman as she passed 1,000 points. This time we have another entrant into the 1,000 club. Who is it? So after Tia Freeman last week, who did it this week? Who has made 1,000 points in the league? So this one is the photo round. So I'm going to put the picture up now. You've got to tell me who that is. Here's another look. You've got to tell me who that is. Okay, video round this time from the Cup final last year. We're celebrating Cup final weekend this weekend. And let London take on Leicester on Sunday, 12 o'clock tip-off. But this clip is from last year's final between London and Newcastle. And it involves Jolie and Warner. Have a look. Does this go in or does it not? Question number 9. What was the name of the giraffe in the book written by Georgia Gale that Eva read last week? So what was the name of the giraffe that is in the book written by Georgia Gale that Eva read last week? And question 10 is, which head coach is leaving the WBBL with immediate effect? So which head coach is leaving the WBBL? So there we go. There's your 10 questions. Before I give you the answers, make sure you like this video. Make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss anything else. We've got weekly podcast episodes. We have got weekly quizzes now. We've also got loads of highlights, loads of videos from Bucks games, WBBL games, anything else I can think of as well. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of our upcoming content. But let's get into the answers now then. Question number 1 was all about Shanice Beckford-Norton being kind of going into second place in the London's all-time scorers. But the question was, who is top? And top is Cassie Breen, who left at the end of last season with 736 points for London. So that's Cassie Breen. Question 2 was all about the points difference in the Eagles versus Lions game on Saturday night. And the points difference was 80 points between the two teams as London racked up their 50th consecutive win in that game. Top 3 assist makers. We have Lauren Seiki for Cardiff Met Archers. We've got Kennedy Leonard, who is now left. And we've got Bray Ashton as the top 3 assist makers in the league so far this season. How many did you get with that one? That's a 3-pointer, remember. Eva's Player of the Week this week. Anyone know? It's Hannah Robb. Hannah Robb of Leicester Riders. I think that makes it 4 different Leicester Rider players now have won the award this season. Been very impressive so far, only losing to London. And then the cup final on Sunday. Sheffield Hatters, who was it, the company that they've signed a 3-year partnership with? It was B. Braun, so they are now known as the B. Braun Sheffield Hatters. And investment is always a positive sign. So after Tia Freeman, who is the next person to go into the 1000 club, Beth Sarson. Beth Sarson got through 1,000 points. Give yourself a mark if you got that one right. Let's move on to the photo round. And behind the star this week was Ori Chukwu Etu of the Durham Platinets. And in the win against Caledonia, she played the full 40 minutes. She got 5 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and 5 steals. All the 5s. Next one was the video. And did it go in or did it not? Let's take a look.
Warner for 3. Knocks down her 3rd triple of the game.
Oh, it took her a little.
So give yourself a point if you got that right. What was the name of the giraffe? Gigi the giraffe. Make sure you check that out if you haven't heard the story yet. It's a great story about a giraffe that travels the world. Eva reads it on. It's on YouTube, I think, at the moment, and you can buy the book from Amazon. So make sure you get on that. Last question: which head coach is leaving the WBBL? It was Essex Rebels. Tom Sadler is leaving, and a new coach will be appointed in due course. The hunt has begun. So well done. Tell us what you got in the comments. How many out of 12? Because remember, there was a 3-mark question. How many did you get right? Let's get commenting below. Enjoy your weekend.